Okay.
All right. Good morning.
Morning. Namaste. Hi, namaste, everyone. Thanks for joining us again today. We have a nice short little practice for you today. It's going to be a lot of fun, so roll out your mat and get situated, and we'll get started. Hi, Sherry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you ready to do this?
I am.
All right, good. Find a nice comfortable seat on your mat. You can come into Hero's Pose if that feels okay. Otherwise, you can just cross your legs or find some seated position that works for you. Rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. Close your eyes. Find a nice long spine. Take a moment. Let all the events of the day so far settle in. We'll take a few regular breaths here just to let it settle down. Take this time to center ourselves. When you feel ready, you can start to lengthen the breath a little. Drawing a nice full breath into the abdomen and exhaling fully. Use your imagination. Watch the breath as it passes from the tip of the nose and makes its way all the way to the base of the spine. All the way from the base of the spine, up and through the crown of the head. At your own pace. Allow it to be a nice rhythmical breathing pattern, inhaling and exhaling. Notice if the mind starts to wander away, and just bring it back to the breath. We'll take 4 more here. Good. Bringing your attention to the heart center. Take a moment, set a dedication for your practice today. We'll begin our practice with 3 ohms. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhinom bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. Namaste. Gently open your eyes. Take a moment. Let the light filter in. Just come back to your senses. We're going to start off on our abdomens today. So gently roll yourself forward and extend the legs back behind you, coming into a Sphinx Pose. Because we're just getting started, separate your feet the width of the hips. Press into the elbows, spread the fingers wide. Draw the heart through the arms and relax the shoulders down the back. You can wiggle the feet from side to side, allow the heels to just shift back and forth, create a little more space in the low back. So just rock the hips from side to side. You can even let the head hang towards the earth. No tension here. Good. Take another breath here. Good. Whenever you're ready, you're going to slide the hands underneath the shoulders and lower the forehead to the mat. Bring the legs back together and press back to a child's pose. Pressing into the heel of the palm, drawing the sit bones to touch the heels. Relax the head, neck, and shoulder. Feel the sides of the body peeling away from the spine. Let go of any tension in the shoulders. Take another gentle breath here. We're going to roll forward, coming back into that baby cobra if you can. Otherwise, come forward onto all fours. As you inhale, gently slide yourself forward on the mat. Lifting up into your first baby cobra, coming back to Sphinx if that feels better for you. Good. Release the forehead. We'll press back to child's pose again. Take your time moving in and out of the postures, just getting started. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. So when you're ready, inhale, slide yourself forward, come into a baby cobra or Sphinx. Press into the pubic bone, the tops of the feet. Create this nice space between the shoulders and the ears. Gently release the forehead to touch the mat. Press back to child's pose. Good. And the last one, inhale, sliding yourself forward, baby cobra. Release the head down, press back child's pose and stay. Good. Here, if it feels okay, press into the fingers. You're going to tempt the fingers up. Create a little bit of space for your arms hovering above the mat. You can start to draw the shoulder blades together, drawing circles maybe or whatever feels good. Two more. Good. You can start to walk the hands over to the right side, shift the hips to the left, fold over the legs. Come back to the center. Now over to the opposite side. Good. Come back to the center. Roll forward, coming into all fours. Find this tabletop position. Tuck the toes, stack the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Find that neutral spine. We'll draw some circles. So you start to shift the hips to one side, sweeping the sit bones down and around. Start off drawing small circles and then you can make them larger as you go along. You can add anything you'd like to this move. Let it be nice and organic. Don't worry about what it looks like. There is no right or wrong way. If you feel pain, that's wrong. So come back to a comfortable place. Do another circle here and then reverse the direction. Whenever you're ready, start to draw those circles to the opposite side. 3 more. Good. Coming back to that nice neutral spine. Readjust the knees under the hips if you need to. Ground through the thumb and forefinger. Draw both hips back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Get yourself comfortable. Pressing into the thumb and forefinger, drawing the hips back. You can pedal out the heels if that feels okay. Come to this nice alternating calf stretch. Take your time to explore whatever needs to be explored. Good. From the downward facing dog, come into a 3-legged dog by extending the right leg up. Good. Take another breath here. Soft bend the left knee. Set your gaze forward and step the right foot between the hands. Come into this nice low lunge. Press into the fingers, relax the shoulders, lift the heart. Good. You're going to release the left palm underneath the shoulder. Take the right hand, press the right thigh towards the earth. So roll into the blade of the right foot. Sink the hips forward and down. As you press the heel of the right palm into the thigh, lift the heart towards the sky. Good. Gently release, bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder. You can heel toe that right foot towards the edge of the mat. Press the shoulder and the knee to touch. Inhale, left arm comes up. Good. Gently release the left hand down. You're going to take the left foot and bring it to the outside of the left hand. We'll come into Malasana, squatting pose. Readjust whatever you need to come along and meet us here. Stepping the left foot forward didn't work for you. So now take your time to find some space. Don't worry, we'll switch to the other side soon. You can rock yourself from side to side. You can widen the stance of the feet. Find what works for you. Maybe sit on a block if this feels uncomfortable. Once you're ready, settle in. Press the knees away from the body. Draw the thumbs to the center of the chest. Find this nice long line, the crown of the head moving up towards the sky, tailbone rooting towards the earth. Close your eyes. Take another 2 breaths here. Good. You have the option to stay here, or we're going to come into a nice, easy forward fold. We'll do this a few times. We can make it a little dynamic. Release the hands to the floor. Gently roll the sit bones up. Let the crown of the head sink towards the earth. And only straighten the legs as much as you feel comfortable. So keeping that soft bend in the knees if you need, let go of any tension, head, neck, or shoulders. You can shake the head from side to side or back and forth. Let go of any tension here. Maybe grab hold of the elbows and allow the upper body just hang towards the earth. Good. Whenever you're ready, you can release those hands back to the ground, sinking the hips back into that squatting pose, pressing the thumbs to the chest. Good. Adding a little movement here if you wish. Release the hands, roll the seat up, crown of the head moves down. Come back to the squatting pose. Good. One more time, release the hands, roll the seat up. Good. Gently lower the sit bones back down. Now we're going to step back to that nice tall plank. So release the hands, step the left leg back, and then the right. Come back to the breath. So the thumbs face each other. Keep pressing into the mound of the hands. Draw the triceps towards the back wall. Find strength here. Ground to the balls of the feet. Root the heels towards the back of the mat. Crown of the head moving forward. Good. Gently lowering the knees, the chest, and the chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. Take a moment, come back to the breath. On your next inhale, slide the heart forward. Come into baby cobra or cobra. Release the forehead to touch the mat. Press back to child's pose. Arms extended out in front. Allow the forehead to release onto the earth. Take a resting breath here. Good. Come back to all fours. Tuck the toes. Stack the hips over the knees. Coming into a shoulder stretch. You're going to weave the right arm under. Back of the palm touches the earth. Release the weight onto the shoulders. Since we came in from tabletop, our sit bones will be nice and high. That's okay. You have the option to take a twist if that feels okay. Opening the left arm towards the sky. Reaching those fingers high. Releasing the left fingertips down. Come back through all fours. Readjust and switch to the other side. Good. Coming back through all fours. Readjust. Make your way into a downward facing dog. Ground to the thumb and forefingers. Draw the hips back. Draw the belly button into the spine. Take another breath here. Left leg lifts up behind you. Point the toes. Three-legged dog and stay. Feel energy moving in both directions. Coming into the equestrian pose. Set your gaze forward. Gently step the left foot through the hands. Right knee down. Readjust whatever you need. Pressing into the fingers. Lift the heart. Sink the hips. Releasing the right hand down. Heel toe the left foot out just a little bit. Roll into the blade of the foot. Press the thigh towards the earth. Relax both shoulders, lifting the heart up through the arms. Good. Come back to the equestrian pose. Left wrist is under the shoulder. Press the shoulder and knee together. Lift the right arm up. Good. Release the right hands down. Stepping the right foot forward into that squatting pose. Sink the hips down. Bring the thumbs to the chest. Again, take a moment. Find yourself in Malasana. Relax the shoulders. Crown of the head moves up towards the sky. Good. Release the hands. Roll the seat up. Drop the crown of the head towards the earth. Good. Take another breath here. Bringing your hands to the waist. Just slide them up towards the hips. Press firmly into the feet. Inhale. Lift yourself up to rise. Good. heel toe the feet together. Relax the shoulders and come back to the breath. A few rounds of sun salutations. Do your best to follow along at home. One breath, one move. Inhale, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg steps back, release the knee, equestrian pose. Option to sweep the arms up, sink the hips down, Kapiyasana. Good. Gently releasing the hands to frame the foot. Step back to a nice tall plank. Good. On your next exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin. As you inhale, slide forward into a Cobra pose. Good. Press back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up, point the toes. Gently step the right foot forward between the hands, equestrian pose. The option to stay here, come into Kapiyasana. Good. Release the hands. Left foot steps forward to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Left side. Inhale, lift up. Gonna check and make sure it's on. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Good. Option to take Kapiyasana. Release the hands, step back to a nice tall plank. Lowering the body, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Cobra pose. Press back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up behind you, point the toes. Step left foot between the hands, release the knee. Equestrian pose or Kapiyasana. Good. Gently release the hands. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, lift up. Ground to the feet, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to prayer. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Good. Retain the breath for plank. Lowering the body, knees, chest, chin. Slide forward. Press back. Extend the right leg up behind you, point the toes. Step it between the hands, equestrian or Kapiyasana. Good. Release the hands, left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg. Good. Retain plank. Lowering the body. Slide forward. Press it back. Left leg lifts up. Step it between the hands. Any variation here. Good. Release the hands. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Release those arms by your side. Come back to the breath. Ground to the soles of the feet. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Take a moment. Come back to the breath. Good. We're going to take a nice wide stance back. So coming into Prasarita, you're going to separate the feet. Now your toes are facing the long edge of the mat. You can line the heels up with the edge of the mat if that feels okay. Bringing your hands to the hips. Good. Press firmly into the feet. Really find them like suction cups here. And strengthen through the legs. Hands come to the hips. Inhale, ground through the feet. Roll the heart up. Exhale, hinge forward the hips, shifting the hips back. Your option is to stay here with this nice flat back, or continue lowering the crown of the head towards the earth. Take a moment to see how you feel. If you feel you can go a little further, you can release the hands, maybe under the shoulders, or you can wrap all 10 fingers around the blades of the feet, dropping the crown of the head towards the earth and lifting the tailbone high. Take a moment. Come back to the breath. Good. Whenever you're ready, if you're standing on the hands, you can release and bring them to the waist. Firmly press into the feet. Inhale, lift yourself back up to stand. Good, and release the arms by the side. You're going to turn one heel in at a time so that the feet are angled out. You want to line the knees and toes up together. We're going to come into a nice little goddess squat. So start to bend the knees over the ankles. That's okay. If you feel you're going to fall, just go with it. Good. Dropping the base of the spine towards the earth. You can extend the arms out in both directions, or maybe bend the elbows and find these nice little uprights. Good. Keep drawing the sit bones towards the earth, lifting the heart. The option to release the right forearm to the thigh, extend left fingertips across the body. Good. Coming back to the center. Switch to the opposite side. Really reach as you relax that shoulder. Good. Come back to the center. Press firmly into the feet. Straighten out the legs. Release the hands by your side. Heel toe. You're going to bring the toes facing the long edge of the mat again. We'll take another fold here. This time, if it's available, interlace your hands behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades down the back, lift the heart. As you exhale, start to fold. Good. Find that nice flat back to start. See if this is where you need to stay. Continue lowering the crown of the head towards the earth. If the fingers are interlaced, point your fingers can be pointing up towards the sky or maybe dropping to the wall behind you. Nice and strong in the legs. Take another breath here. Good. Ground to the soles of the feet. Gently lift yourself back up to stand. Good. Pivot the right toes towards the front of the mat. Good. Come onto the ball of the left foot. So you're in this nice high lunge. Take a moment, readjust whatever you need. Right knee stacked over the ankle. Nice and strong to that back leg. So as you press into the ball of the foot, root the heel down and back. Keep the shoulders relaxed and the heart lifted, nice and strong. Extending the arms wide. If it's available, you can cross right arm elbow underneath the left and gently wrap the arms together. Maybe the palms touch. Draw the thumbs in line with the nose as you relax the shoulders. Breathe into the left side shoulder. Nice and strong in the legs. You have the option to stay here or gently start to lift the elbows towards the sky, fingers towards the back wall. Good. Drawing elbows back to the body. Release the bind if you have one. Release the hands down to the ground, coming into a lizard pose. Heel toe right foot to the long edge of the mat. Place the wrists under the shoulders. Toes are tucked on that back leg. Keep rocking back and forth. Find a little space here. Good. You have the option to stay here or release that back knee to touch the floor. Then release the top of the foot and stay. Pressing into the hands, heart rolls through the arms, crown of the head's moving up. If you wish to go a little bit lower, come down to the forearms. Try coming down one at a time. Try not to let your head fall towards the earth, so the crown of the head's still moving forward. You have the Sphinx arms here, pressing into the elbows. Good. If you notice that this right knee is splaying out to the side, try to press into the mound of the big right toe. Good. You have the option to stay here. Or take the left fingertips towards the long edge of the mat. So it comes on a diagonal across the body. Roll onto the blade of the right foot, and again, press that thigh towards the earth, rolling the heart towards the sky. Good. Making your way back to lizard pose. You can come up nice and tall. Take a moment here. You have the option to stay here for another breath. If it's available, bend that back knee behind you. Reach around with the right hand, grab hold of the foot or ankle. Take a moment, readjust. Inhale, press the foot firmly into the hand. Lift the heart through the sky. If you're a little more flexible, you can bring that left foot closer to the body. Sink the hips forward and down. Good. Gently releasing the left foot down, release the right hand down. Good. Step back to a nice tall plank. Option to take in Vinyasa here, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, whatever you prefer. As you inhale, slide the heart forward to a baby cobra. Good. Pressing back to downward facing dog. Good. Take another breath here. We're going to step that left foot forward between the hands, coming into that high lunge. Good. Take a moment, readjust. Pressing off the ball of the back foot. Come up nice and tall. Left knee over the left ankle. Press into the ball of the foot, root the heel back. So here, find some strength in the legs. Coming back to the breath. Nice and strong. Expand those arms wide. Right arm comes underneath the left. Come into that nice gentle bind. Make sure you switch the arms from before. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Option to go ahead and draw those elbows up towards the sky as the fingers tip towards the back wall. Bringing elbows back to the body. Gently release the twist if you have one. And cartwheel those arms down, preparing for your high lizard. Shoulders over the wrist. Take that time to rock back and forth, find a little more space. Good, whatever feels good here. Rocking back and forth, drawing circles, up and down. Feel free to stay here or come into your variation, releasing the right knee, top of the foot. Maybe coming down to the forearms. Stay. Once you find the position that feels right for you, get comfortable here for a couple of breaths. Take a moment. Come back to the breath. You might notice that it's moving a little fast right now. That's okay. You have the option to stay here in this variation. We're keeping the right forearm on the ground. You're just going to take it on a diagonal. So it's facing the left side of the mat. Onto the blade of the left foot, press that thigh away from the body. Lift the heart through the arms. Coming back to the previous pose, lizard. Come up a little bit taller. The option to bend that right knee behind you. Sweep the left arm around, grab hold of the foot or ankle. You can start to pull that right heel closer to the seat. Lift the heart up through the arms. So many ways you can do this posture. This is the one we're choosing for today. Good. Gently releasing the right foot back down, releasing the left arm. Step back to a nice tall plank. Good. Now, you can stay here and rest in child's pose, or you can take Vashisthasana. Left hand comes underneath the face. Go ahead and stack the ankles or modify your side plank. Keep pressing the hips up towards the sky. Stack the shoulders, the hips, feet. Good. Take another breath here. Roll to the other side. Gently switch. Take your time setting yourself up. Keep pressing those hips towards the sky, stacking the shoulders. Relax the muscles of the face. Come back to a nice tall plank. Lowering the body, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog and stay. Good. Reach the right toes up behind you, three-legged dog. Good. Bend the knee, open the hips to the side wall. Come back to that three-legged dog. Good. Step the right foot through the hands, keeping the back knee off the mat. Again, find strength in the legs before we come up. Sweeping the arms up, lifting the torso and arms. Good. Extending the arms out in both directions. Left arm comes under the right. Bind the arms. Relax the shoulders. Option to lift those elbows towards the sky. Good. Elbows back to the body. Release the hands. Step back to a tall plank. Vashisthasana on the right side. Right hand comes under the face. Stack the hips. Stack the arms. Good. It's okay if you're breathing heavy. I am too. Good. Come on to the opposite side. Take your time. Find your side plank variation. Good. Release the right hand down. Go through your Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog and stay. Come back to the breath. Lifting the left toes up behind you, point the toes. Gently, when you're ready, step it forward between the hands. Coming into that nice high lunge. Ground to the ball of the feet. Inhale, lift the torso and arms. Find strength. Expanding the arms in both directions. Right arm under the left. Good. Bind the arms if you know how. Good. Drawing the elbows towards the sky. Good. Gently release. Release the hands to frame the foot. Step back to a tall plank. One more Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog and stay. Good. Take a moment. You can come back to the knees and rest in child's pose. Good. We'll take a resting breath here. Readjust my microphone. I'll breathe heavy outside the microphone. Good. Sorry at home. That could be loud. Take another breath here. Now, if you're feeling a little tired, you can stay in this child's pose for another breath or two. If you want to continue to take up the pace a little bit, we're going to try to jump the feet forward and back a few times into that squatting pose variation. All right. Good. So from child's pose, come into all fours. Tuck the toes, draw the hips back. Good. Ground to the thumb and forefinger, find length. Drawing the navel towards the spine, pressing the tailbone back. Good. Now, Set your gaze forward, bend the knees, step, walk, or float the feet to the outside of the hands. Malasana. Good. Well done. You have to do that 5 more times. Release the hands, jump back. Let's take a vinyasa between each. Good. Lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Jump the feet forward. Squatting pose. Yeah, this is awesome. Only 3 more. Release the hands. Jump back. Go through your flow. Good. Downward facing dog. Jump the feet forward. Good. Hands to the heart. 2 more, Sherry. Come on. Good. Lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Jump the feet forward. Good. 1 more. Gotta have a little fun while we're at home, right? Go ahead. Good. Last one. Good. And stay. Take a moment, readjust whatever you need, and come back to the breath. Good. Now, Sherry, you know what comes next, right?
No.
Crow pose. Crow pose. I said crow. Good. Good. If you're all the way forward on the mat, you can walk the feet back just a little bit. Take a moment to readjust whatever you need. Good. You have the option to stay here in the squatting pose and work on some flexibility and strength, or you can try for a balancing posture. Release the hands to the earth. You're going to bend the knees, bend the elbows, shift the weight onto the backs of the arms. Set your gaze forward into something that's not moving. Try not to let your gaze drop. You can lift one heel up at a time, drawing those heels into the body. Good. Good. When you've had enough, you can gently release. And if you're wearing slippery pants at home like I am, sometimes it's a little hard to hold that posture. Good. I'm blaming it on the pants. I don't know what she's blaming it on. Good. Gently release the hands. Roll the seat up, coming into this nice wide-legged fold. Grab hold of the elbows. Let the crown of the head hang. Sway from side to side. Good. Come back to the breath. Lose any tension in the face. Let go of any hard expressions. When you're ready to roll up, press into the feet. Gently roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time until you come up to stand. Good. Release the arms by your side. Big smile on your face. You can walk the feet back together. How you doing so far? Good? Okay. Good. You have 1 balancing pose. What would you like it to be?
Watching.
You can't just watch. You have to do something.
Okay, I can do the tree.
Tree pose. Okay. We're going to ground the sole of the right foot. Bring the left heel. Starting off, this variation is nice and simple, keeping the toes touching the earth. If you feel a little more comfortable, you can lift that leg up a little bit higher. Maybe you can grab hold of the foot and place it on the inner right thigh. Good. So now my hips are squared off with the shoulders, everything facing the front of the mat. Left knee is coming out to the side. Feel all wobbly. Take a moment. Come back to the breath. You can bring your hands to the chest. Relax those shoulders. If you have a half lotus in your practice and wish to take that variation, go ahead. Just be careful with it. When you're ready, you can extend those arms up. Relax the shoulders, reaching the fingertips high. So you ground through the sole of that right foot. Keep lifting the sternum as the shoulders relax. You want to take a little side bend here. Release the left fingertips down. Just relax the arm completely and start to round over the body. Take that nice rainbow shape. Right fingertips reaching across the left knee. Good. Gently making your way back to the center. Release that right arm down. Hands to the heart. And release. Switching to the other side. Is this your challenging side?
That's the worst.
Our friend Sherry has a bionic ankle, so she has trouble sometimes balancing. It's okay, we all do. Find your tree variation on the opposite side. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Allow it to feel good. Good. Take your time. Explore where you need to be today. Maybe it is holding onto that chair. It's all good. Hips are squared. Shoulders are squared. Left toes facing the front of the mat. Bringing the hands to the heart. Take a moment. Come back to the breath. So you're nice and strong through the standing leg. Keep lifting that sternum tall. Try not to sink into that left side hip. Extending the branches whenever you're ready. Relax those shoulders. Good. Another breath, and then if you wish to try for that side bend, go ahead. Right arm releases. No tension in the shoulder. Extend those left fingertips up and across the body. So you rainbow over the right knee. If you fall out, you catch yourself and come back. It's all good. Flailing arms and all. Good. Find that nice side bend. Good. Keep reaching. And then gently release. Shake out the legs. Good. We all have our days. Take a moment to walk yourself towards the middle of the mat and lower yourself down to a seat. We're going to take some main postures here. So usually we come into the headstand. That's up to you. If you have your practice at home, go ahead and take your headstand, or you can practice dolphin. Dolphin, you start off in hero's pose. You can measure the distance between the elbows. This is the foundation here. You're creating the support for your body. So measure the distance, wrapping the fingers around, opening the hands up in front. Clasp the hands together here and release the fists to the floor. You can set your gaze on the thumbs, tuck the toes, and draw the hips back in one line. As you draw the hips back, you're pulling the heart back too. So imagine that the back of the heart is pressing towards the tops of the thighs. Good. Drawing that tailbone up nice and high. Stay here. Again, if the headstand is in your practice, you can go ahead and take your headstand. It's the same distance, measuring the elbows, creating this soft basket to rest the head. Crown of the head touches the earth. You tuck the toes and lift the hips, walking the feet closer to the face. You can create this little egg shape, rolling both knees up towards the sky and then extending the feet up nice and tall. Now relax the shoulders. If it feels comfortable and you're in your headstand, if you wish, you can close your eyes. Again, take your time. Whenever you're ready to release out of the pose, if you're up in that headstand, you can bend the knees, slowly curl them into the body, release the feet, and take a resting breath in child's pose. Take a moment, relax the head, neck, and shoulders. No tension in the face. Good. Gently rolling yourself back up to sit. We're going to come onto our backs for a shoulder stand. So shift the weight to one side. Good. Extend the legs down the mat and come into staff pose first. Take a moment. Remove the fleshy part of the seat. Backs of the heels press into the earth. Sweep the arms forward. Relax the shoulders. Slowly roll yourself back. Take your time. Rolling out one vertebrae at a time. Gently lowering yourself to the floor. Take a resting breath here. Arms fall alongside the body. Good. Feel every bone, every muscle, every organ settle back into place. We'll prepare for the shoulder stand next. If you need to modify your shoulder stand, you have any neck, shoulder, head injuries, anything that does not allow you to come into an inversion, you can take a sleeping tiger. So Sherry will come through Sleeping Tiger together. Bring your arms alongside the body and gently lift one leg at a time. Readjust the sit bones so you feel comfortable. Low back pressing into the mat, feet extended high. You could sweep those arms up alongside the legs if that feels okay. If you're here, you can close your eyes, bringing your awareness back to the breath. You can feel the legs revitalizing. Circulation is easier on the heart here. If you feel you wish to come into your shoulder stand, you can bring the legs together. Let's flow through plow first to come into shoulder stand. It's a nice way to come in if you're not familiar. So bring the arms alongside the body. You can gently swing the legs back, grab hold of the low back, and shimmy the elbows closer to each other. So now you walk the elbows towards the midline of the spine. The hands are pressing into the back. You can walk those hands a little higher up onto the back. Nice flat hand. And if you feel comfortable here, extend the legs straight up. So avoid moving your head from side to side. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable and bring your awareness to the space between the eyebrows. Start there. Once you feel comfortable, try to become very still. If you feel you need to make an adjustment, again, you can rock from side to side. Come up a little bit taller. So you feel the back of the head pressing into the earth, the backs of the arms or shoulders, no tension in the neck. Softening the muscles of the face once again. Not too much tension in the legs, so relax the toes a little. Good. We'll take another 2 breaths here. One more breath. We're going to move into the half plow. Keeping the left toes extended, draw the right toes back behind you. If you can, the straight legs, see if the right toes touch the earth, and keep extending the left toes up. Again, if the straight leg doesn't work, bend the knee. Bring the knee to touch the forehead instead. Good. Keep pressing into the backs of the arms, looking for length through those left toes. Gently bring the right leg back to meet the left. Switch to the other side, extending left toes back behind you. Keep reaching the right toes up. Good. One more breath. Bringing left toes back up to meet the right. Readjust. Gently lowering both feet back behind you, full plow. Take your time releasing the feet to touch the earth if that feels okay. You can keep the hands supporting the low back. Take a few moments here, be comfortable with the breath. Drawing in small sips of air. It's okay, this might feel uncomfortable and that's normal. Just try to relax all the muscles of the face. Good. You have an option here to come out of this posture. You can release the arms down the length of the mat, slide the feet halfway up the curtain, roll yourself out, or you can come back through your shoulder stand, extending the toes up towards the sky. Good. When you're ready to release out of the pose, you're going to bend one knee. So maybe you bend the right knee, start to lower the toes to touch the earth, and then allow the left leg to follow. So you're going to wind up in bridge pose here. You can readjust the arms if that feels okay. So I'm still nice and tall in my bridge, grounding to the soles of the feet, lifting the hips, knees stacked over the ankle. I just switched the direction of my hands to help support the low back, so I'm not nice and tall. If you rolled out of plow and just rolled out of the posture, you can meet us in this bridge pose here. If you feel stronger in your back bends, maybe you want to extend one leg at a time down the mat. Keep supporting the back with the hands and extend the legs fully out in front of you. Drawing one heel in at a time underneath the knee. Gently lower your sit bones back to the earth. Take a moment, readjust. Try not to pull the knees into the body just yet. Press into the back of the head. Readjust the shoulders. Keep the bend in the knees and just hug the right knee into the body. Good. Release the right foot down. Switch to the other side. Inhale, draw left thigh close to the body. Give it a nice big hug. Pressing the back of the head into the earth so the back of the neck is nice and long. Good. And gently release. Extend both legs down the length of the mat. Bring the arms alongside the body. Let's rock back and forth coming into a fish pose. So we're going to prepare ourselves here. Bring the legs together, backs to the heels, touch the earth. So hide the arms completely. Thumbs can touch, elbows close. As you inhale, ground through the elbows and puff the chest up. Imagine there's a string drawing the center of the chest up towards the sky. Now if you have a sensitive neck, you can stay here. Or maybe set your gaze in line with the toes. If you have a flexible neck, take a look at the curtain, the wall behind you, and release the crown of the head to touch the floor. Keep pressing into the hands, the elbows, lifting the heart. Letting go of all tension in the face muscles. Breathe in and out of the heart center. Feel the expansion of the lungs moving in all directions. One more breath. Good. When you're ready to release, tucking the chin in towards the chest, release the head, neck, and shoulders, release the arms. Good. Hugging right knee into the body, relax the shoulders, no tension in the face. Switching to the other side, extend the right, hug left knee into the body. Good. And gently release. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead, bring the legs together. As you exhale, sit up. Good. We come onto our knees. Roll the top of the edge over so you're going to create some support for the knees. Now, if you don't want to come into a camel or a rabbit, you can stay in bridge pose or come to a Sphinx pose. We started the class in Sphinx. Take a moment to come back to the breath. If it's available, you're going to roll up onto the knees, tuck the toes. Good. So now your hips, shoulders, knees are aligned. Press into the balls of the feet. You can shift the hips forward and bring the arms back behind you. So bring the fingertips to touch the low back. Pressing the hips forward. Relax the shoulders and roll the heart up towards the sky. Good. This is enough. Stay here. You can always reach back behind you, grab hold of one heel at a time, then readjust, shift the hips forward again. Keep lifting the back of the heart towards the sky. Try not to collapse on either side. Good. Releasing, bring one hand to the low back at a time. Roll yourself up to sit. You can sit back on the heels. Take a resting breath here. Good. Can you do one more? Good. You can repeat the same variation of whatever you just took, or you can try to flatten out the tops of the feet here. Same thing, rolling up onto the knees. So now I'm flattening out the tops of my feet here. Good. Bringing the hands to the low back, relax the shoulders, start to shift the hips forward. Imagine the pubic bone touching a wall in front of you. Rolling the back of the heart towards the sky. Take a moment, see if you feel comfortable here. You can reach back, grab hold of one heel and then the other, and then roll those hips back towards the front of the room. No tension in the face, make sure you can breathe. Good. When you're ready to release, release one hand, bring it to the low back, and you can shift the heels back. Shift the seat back to sit on the heels. Take a resting breath there. Good. We're coming to an end of the class. Good. Does that smile mean that you're happy about this? Good. All right. We're going to take a nice, easy twist from here. So you can watch first before you decide to come in it if you want. If you've had enough, just come down to a Sphinx pose. If it's available, you're going to bring your legs together, bring the forehead to rest, expand the arms in both directions. Press into the top of the left foot and extend the right heel straight up towards the sky. Engage the muscles of the glute. So now the forehead or the chin can touch the mat. Nice and strong through the seat. You're going to take that right leg across the body. You can bend the knee and see if you can bring right toes towards the left hand. Maybe you can reach back and grab hold of it. Keep opening the hips to the side wall. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Take another gentle breath here. When you're ready to release, gently bring the right leg back to the center and lower it back down. Readjust wherever you need. Spreading the arms wide, we'll switch to the other side. Press firmly into the top of the right foot. Inhale, lifting that left heel straight up. Engage the sit bones, the left side glute. Good, extend, extend. Bend that knee, drape it over the body, opening the hips to the side wall. The foot can just touch the earth, or you can grab hold of the foot with the right hand and pull that leg away from the body a little more. You can rest the temple on the floor, the cheek, or whatever you can. Make sure you're breathing. One more breath. Good. When you're ready to release, gently come back to the center. Forehead touches the earth. Hands under the shoulders. Press yourself back into a child's pose. Gently lower the seat to touch the heels, forehead to the mat. Complete surrender. Good. Moving into our spinal twist, you can roll yourself up to sit. Shift the weight over to the left side and bring the right leg across the left knee. Good. So now I have my left knee bent, left heel close to the seat, but I'm not sitting on it. This is not accessible. Go ahead and extend that left leg straight out and do the same thing, crossing right leg over left. Take a moment, see how you feel. I like to start off by lengthening the spine, so I place my fingers, the hands around the shin, relax my shoulders, and lift the crown of the head up. Extend that left arm up towards the sky as you relax the shoulder, take it across the body. Good. Using the back arm like a kickstand, draw the right heel of the palm close to the midline of the spine. Imagine that you're taking a look over your right shoulder. If you have a sensitive neck, keep the gaze in line with the chest. Wherever the gaze will go, the body will follow. Just make sure you use the breath to find more space. Good. Coming back to the center. I'm going to switch to cross to the legs, so the left leg goes over the right. Take a moment, readjust. Feel both sit bones touching the earth, left foot flush on the earth as the left knee points up. Drawing that right arm up close to the ear, relax the shoulder, and take it across the body. Back of the arm presses into the knee or the outside of the thigh. Use that kickstand behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Feel a nice twist from the base of the spine all the way up towards the crown of the head. Breathe into any spaces where you feel tension, discomfort. Good. Whenever you're ready to release, gently release the arms. Shift the weight back, extend the legs out in front. You can walk your seat back to the center of the mat. Good. Final relaxation. So we're going to turn ourselves around so our heads face the camera at home. Good. And readjust. Inhale, lifting arms up. Exhale, rolling yourself back. Find a nice comfortable position on the mat. Separating the feet as wide as the hips. Start to rock the feet from side to side. So you're rocking the hips from side to side. Let go of any stale energy in the legs. Just do this a couple of times. See if you can let go of any stale, tense energy. When you're ready, just release. Press firmly into the back of the head. Lift the shoulders off the mat. And then settle yourself back down. Maybe you can feel both shoulders underneath the body. Find a comfortable distance for the arms. Allow them to move away from the body and the palms face up. Continue to press the back of the head into the mat, soft. Find that nice long neck again. So here you're drawing the chin parallel with the chest. Take a moment. Let everything settle in. Allow the weight of the body to sink heavy. Feeling the backs of the heels, backs of the legs, the sit bones, backs of the hands, back of the heart, back of the head. Let it all sink heavy, melting into the earth. Knowing that you have the full support of the earth below you, grounding you. With each exhale, you can sink a little bit deeper. Let every muscle, every organ, every cell settle back into place. Become aware of the sensations of the breath moving in and out of the body. You can watch the abdomen as it gently rises and falls. Remove any hard expressions from the face. Softening the space between the eyebrows. Relax the cheek, the nose, the mouth, the jaw. Relax the tongue completely. Mentally repeat, I relax my entire body. My body is relaxed. I am in perfect health. Bringing the awareness back to the body. Become aware of the breath. You can stay here as long as you'd like. If you're ready to come back, you can gently invite some movement into the fingers, the toes, wrists, ankles. Invite any movement into the body that you need right now. it feels okay, bring the legs back together. Sweep the arms up overhead. Pointing the fingers, pointing the toes. Whenever you're ready, you can release the arms. Curl up to a fetal position on either side. Pressing into the top hand, gently guide yourself up to sit, maybe with your eyes closed. Find that nice comfortable seat once again. Crossing the legs if it's available. Rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. Ground to the sit bones, crown of the head draws towards the sky. Remembering the dedication you set for your practice today with love, with gratitude. We'll end with one Om, 3 Shantis. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Be receptive. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for coming today. We had fun. I hope you did too. Good job, Sherry, baby. All right. Good. We'll see you tomorrow.